Welcome to the Deucecast Extra. We are back for more MCU goodness with the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Brand new show. I guess it's considered a limited series since it's only 6 episodes, but we are going to be talking about New World Order, which is episode 1 of Falcon and Winter Soldier. Just sort of breaking it down. Of course, I am Mikey the Leaper. To my right is U.S. Agent Ryfin. What's up, U.S. Agent Ryfin?
What's up?
And then below us, Baltrock Earl. What's up, Baltrock Earl?
How are you, sir?
Doing good, man. Glad to be back. We took a 2-week break, or it was just a 1-week break? Yeah, just a 1-week break.
Well, you could count 2 since our technology was off the grid 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and I don't know, in all honesty, what this is going to do tonight. My Ethernet wasn't working. I'm just on Wi-Fi, so we will see.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. As you can see, to our viewers, I upgraded. We've got the Deucecast logo up there in the corner. We're sitting in a movie theater or a screening room as our background. So. Yeah,
we're
Roth,
not wearing masks.
Roth, I'm sorry, dude. I know there's a lot going on. There's basketball. There's Steve Glosson doing his thing. We're doing our thing. I mean, it's man, exactly. So
you listen to Glosson.
Exactly. So I've got to say, go Ducks. The Ducks advanced to the Sweet 16. I guess FSU's doing all right.
Yeah, we advanced to the Sweet 16 as well. So.
Oh, you just won. Oh,
yeah.
Nicely done.
So did Auburn. Oh, wait, no.
Craig, look,
a couple years ago, you guys were like Final Four or something like that.
We had our moment.
All listeners and viewers need to take Craig's guidance here and listen to us solely. But yeah, we're going to be doing this for 6 weeks. Obviously, it's 6 episodes, so we'll talk about each of these episodes. I didn't write down the name of the director, but the director is the same, and I think that is yet again the MCU probably doing the right thing with their shows, is having the same director throughout. I like that. I
like it I like it for Mando because Mando's kind of a serial.
Yeah.
And so it can be kind of a different tone every week, and the directors can bring their own approach to different things.
Carrie Scogland.
Okay.
Whoever that is.
Yeah. No, she's actually a really prolific producer. Here we go. New Cap America is Mephisto. So yeah, let's I'll talk about some of the things I like. We'll sort of go around. Obviously this is tonally very different than WandaVision.
Yes.
WandaVision, even though it was way out there, still had some like funny comedy moments. It does not seem like we're going to be getting any comedy whatsoever in Falcon and Winter Soldier, although there were some light moments here and there.
Well, there's a lot of trailer clips with Bucky and Falcon playing off of each other in a lot.
I mean, for the first episode, they really haven't obviously gotten back together.
Yeah.
We're still sort of following them separately, and there was a couple light moments, but man, most of this episode was pretty heavy.
Yeah,
heavy.
And it was interesting because this is apparently about 6 months after the second snap, right?
Yeah. I guess. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, I think they said it's about 6 months or something.
Yeah, it is.
So everybody is kind of still trying to get on their feet after being gone for so long. Some of the real world stuff that we would think that a person would deal with after being away for 5 years or whatever, financial issues, which is interesting. Some of the stuff they follow, but tonally, we've got a pretty burned out Bucky. Like he is having flashbacks, memories of just a lot of horrific things that he did while he was under the spell of Hydra, doing all the bad stuff for them. and so we see a lot of him still dealing with that. And then on the flip side of that, we see Sam dealing with family matters, just trying to help, his family get back on their feet, his sister and his nephew or whatever. So it was really tonally different. Now, some really fantastic action sequences for a television show. I'll say that.
Oh, at the beginning, yes.
The budget on this thing has to be crazy, because it felt like a movie. Like that first opening sequence with Baltrock the Leaper, and his what is it? The agency's name that they're a part of?
LAF.
LAF, right. So, terrorist organization or whatever.
Leaping Air Force. The Leaping.
I have no idea.
The Leaping Air Force.
I feel I feel like Sam literally in that moment when he's told LAF, he goes LAF, and then they just don't tell us what it stands for.
No.
So.
Exactly. And this is, I'm with Rhett. I can only watch things in 4:3 now.
Well, if you got an iPad, let me tell you, and it looks really good on an iPad.
Exactly. So what about you, Garrison? What are some of the stuff that you took away from this first episode?
I really love the stuff they're doing with Bucky. I mean, I love the exploration of all the characters, but I really, really love this plot line between him trying to make amends with all these people that he's wronged in the past, or things he's done wrong in the past, and trying to correct them. And I really, really like this plot line with the old Japanese man that he's with in this episode, and the plot line of him having killed his son, and wanting to tell him the truth about that, but also kind of being afraid of what will happen if he does.
Yeah, so he's got the list, right? And he's marking people's names off.
And the list
is on that list.
I was going to say, if you pause it, you can see H. Zemo. You can also see P.W. Hauser.
I, Tanya.
So apparently he's got to make some amends with the actor in the MCU.
If Paul W. Hauser's in this, that's going to be...
That would
okay, I'll be kind of
amazing.
Yeah, I think that's a little much. That's a dumb Easter egg, to be honest. Because it has nothing... it's too real world.
Someone who really likes Paul Walker Hauser put his name on that list, I promise.
That's true. Yeah, exactly. Dr. Earl, what kind of stuff did you take away from this one?
Well, to be honest, I watched this after watching the last 2 hours of Justice League, so I was pretty buzzed about that movie, and I was pretty tired when I watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So I didn't love it at first. The more I've kind of gone back and thought about it, I think I've enjoyed it. I really like more of the fantastical elements of WandaVision. So it took me a minute to get back to the sort of reality-based, grounded Winter Soldier. But I love the beginning. Like, I thought that the action scene at the beginning, like you guys mentioned, was great. I love the squirrel suit flyers and all that. And just, some of that's practical effects and real world stunts, and then followed by some great sort of CGI. But then it got kind of slow for me. I did like the Bucky stuff. I didn't love as much the Sam and down in the bayou museum, or whatever.
Yeah.
Sam on the bayou. Although I understand they've changed his backstory. I think originally he was from Harlem.
Yeah, he's from Harlem. Yeah.
In the comics. So
right.
But I guess he could be from both, right? I don't know. But
it's funny because I think that oh crap, I forgot his name. The actor that plays Sam. What's his name?
Anthony Mackie.
Yeah, he's from New Orleans, I think.
I think you're probably right.
Yeah. I think that he has talked about that in some interviews, leading up to the show, that he's from New Orleans. And so maybe they just figured.
Yeah, he's from New Orleans. Yeah, he's from NOLA.
Yeah, so maybe they just figured that would be something cool, sort of a real world tie to, the actor. I don't know.
I love the three things, like, I'm sorry, going back to Bucky for a minute. Like, okay, there's three things you got to do. It's like nothing illegal, don't hurt anybody. And he's like, shouldn't that be number one? And then, and what was the other one that he has to say this statement?
He has the three rules. One is you can't do anything illegal. 2 is you can't hurt anybody, and that's why is that not number 1?
Yeah.
3, they never explain, but it seems that that's the point where he tells them he's making amends or tells them his name and what he's done wrong.
That was great, that scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and to Ross' point, I think New Orleans works well in this situation, just because there's always, just cool culture around New Orleans, and so I kind of like it. I kind of like it too.
Has Jacob Roth actually been to New Orleans? We need to know this. He's
a
Wyoming kid. When you really go there, you realize what
were you gonna say?
What a dump it is.
Yeah.
There's still some cool stuff.
There's some charm about it. There's some charm.
Yeah, I missed out on going to New Orleans. So
I've had seasons of enjoying New Orleans, and I've had seasons of being like, man, what a dump.
Yeah. You were right. I mean,
and honestly, here's another thing to take into account with them filming the show in Atlanta and a bunch of their shows in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost confident they didn't film any of that in New Orleans and filmed that in a location near Atlanta.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean,
and so it makes sense to get a southern kind of hometown for him.
Yeah. A lot of people are complaining about this whole thing of Sam not having any money. And like a lot of people are saying Tony Stark should have just given him some money or something. I mean, or Black Panther. I mean, there was money everywhere that could have been thrown to the Avengers, but the fact that he's having to go to a bank and try and get a loan and then get turned down for the loan, I mean, it's just kind of like, it's a little much to the believability of all of that is a little much. Like they're trying to be real world and say that, after 5 years, maybe financially some people are going to be struggling to try and get back on their feet, but it makes no sense that an Avenger would.
Think about 3 million people all of a sudden showing back up. Like you've just accepted that they're gone and the world's resources have sort of relaxed. And all of a sudden, here's 3 more million people back. I mean, think of the chaos.
Yeah, what it was, I guess it's technically like 3.5 billion. Is that
3.5 billion?
Yeah.
Back up.
I can understand that affecting things, but to Mikey's point again, I just doubt that an Avenger would be affected by that circumstance.
It just didn't. I mean, that was the one thing.
Someone's going to give him a loan.
Yes, that was just the one.
Just like the military guys will get loans. I mean, you were serving in the army. We're going to give you.
Now, I mean, if they had delved deeper and they were trying to say that even banks were struggling to stay open and whatnot, and they had to be.
Yeah, but they didn't make the bank sympathetic at all. So
no, they didn't. They did not make the bank sympathetic at all. So I don't know. Wow, the chat's lit tonight. But man, yeah. So
Potts could give a little money.
That was the only thing that kind of bothered me. I did love. I think we mentioned it already, but I love kind of the backstory of Winter Soldier killing that guy's kid, and then he has this seemingly the only relationship that he really has outside of whatever Avengers that he hangs out with, which it doesn't seem like he hangs out with many of them. It seems like he's sort of a loner, which Buck, he's kind of always been that way. I mean, especially he's still in.
Has he ever been an Avenger officially though?
Well, not really. I mean, he didn't really. Not really.
I think
he ran away to Wakanda.
Yeah. If you want to be technical about it, I guess he's a part of the teams that were in Infinity War and Endgame.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, to the average person, he's not an Avenger probably.
Right.
Though he has been pardoned, so that's good for him.
Yeah.
Mentioned in this episode.
He was certainly pardoned, but also we have to take into account, which I really didn't think about it until just now, that I mean, he's mourning the loss of his friend. I mean, because Cap's gone.
Cap brought him back into this world.
Yeah.
He brought Bucky back, and now Cap has moved back in time, maybe into another timeline created through the time travel.
He's somewhere else right now.
With Peggy.
Yeah.
He's dancing with Peggy somewhere.
He's somewhere else,
which is great for Steve. I'm happy for Steve.
Yeah.
But it's sad for Bucky.
Well, it's sad for Bucky and it's sad for Sam too. I mean, because he was pretty close to Cap also. So I mean, both of those guys have lost a lot of people through all of
He's
this.
in a fringer, according to Rhett.
All right, that's the only thing we can actually show that Rhett put, because that's pretty funny. Anything else we can actually show?
The fringe avenger, a fringer.
Yeah, exactly.
Craig stimulated it. We'll say that. He said he's a fringe avenger.
A fringe avenger, exactly.
Speaking of sort of fringe avengers, we do get Rhodey in the show.
Yeah, that was
at the beginning with a good conversation about about Falcon kind of, I guess, not wanting to take up the mantle of Captain America, and how he obviously Rhodey's telling him to take it up, but Falcon's very doubtful that he should.
And that was cool, walking through that sort of
the display in
museum.
the Smithsonian.
Yes,
well,
that was great.
I think I'll even go further in saying like Sam doesn't really think anybody should represent Cap.
Yeah,
he thinks it should be, left in like the shield should be left in the Smithsonian as a monument to him. And
really, what man is as good as Steve Rogers? I guess is what he's thinking about.
Right? I mean,
you can really throw that shield.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, well, Bucky could. I mean, and I think in the comics,
that's true.
In the comics, Bucky did take over Cap for a while.
He did, and so did Falcon.
Well, and so did Falcon.
Yeah.
Colonel Rhodes, you get your legs back.
Yeah, he's probably wearing that thing under his military suit, that little exoskeleton thing or whatever.
It's the
got
Darth
your
Maul
legs back.
He's got the Darth Maul legs, basically.
Now I got me a shrimp boat.
Yeah, I mean, and so there's all this weird stuff going on with this LAF organization that we're not really quite sure.
Yeah, they're probably not as important as the Flag Smashers.
The Flag Smashers are going to be the sort of Well, I don't know, what are they going to be?
I think they're going to be the big bads. I'm very curious to see what Zemo's role is in this show, because I have a feeling he may not be the big bad guy.
He may be helping them defeat the Flag Smashers.
Exactly.
So you're thinking Mephisto's the big bad guy.
I've heard Dr. Doom and Zemo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Dr. Doom.
Yeah.
Is that really a rumor?
No.
Okay. I was like, why do we keep saying Dr. Doom? No, I mean, I don't know. I think Zemo's probably going to be the big thing in this show, and I think he's like the head of the Flag Smashers. Mm-hmm. I think he's their leader or whatever.
But hey, if Latveria gets mentioned in the show, I'd be down for that.
Right. Yeah.
So there's the guy who's his sort of military assistant
liaison.
Him. He's got a name, and apparently he turns into a superhero later too. But
yeah, he turns into Falcon.
He's going to be the next Falcon. Well, if you go by the comics, I don't know if they'll.
Joaquin Torres. He is a Falcon. His name is Torres in the show. We haven't gotten his first name yet. But I'm going to imagine if Sam takes up the mantle at the end, of course. I mean, they have the back of the shirt says who will take up the shield or whatever, but we all know it's going to be Sam. And I imagine when he becomes Captain America, I guess Torres will take over the role of Falcon in some capacity, maybe even later on down the line. But yeah, he's going to be very involved, I guess.
So he's in a courtyard. So he's in some kind of group and gathering. He's tracking the Flag Smashers on some kind of
app.
It's like a
AR.
Yeah, come meet here, right? It's kind of that shoots those things, and and then this guy attacks him who's got super strength. It seems like, right?
Yes, super soldier strength.
Yeah.
Oh, super soldier strength.
Now, I don't know if that's a dude.
Is it Bucky?
Though. I don't know if that's a dude.
I'm just kidding.
Well, the big guy, I think, is. I don't think it's the chick from Solo yet.
Okay. You don't think it's Aaron Kellerman?
No, because there's going to be a bunch of Flag Smashers, and they're all going to have super soldier stuff. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
I saw in the trailers there was a bunch of them taking on Bucky and Falcon. So,
wow. Okay, so that I mean, you got to have somebody who's formidable to take on.
Well, I mean, so if we follow that line, I mean, Zemo was part of Hydra, so maybe he still has access to the super serum somehow.
Well, in the credits, there is a mention of the Power Broker. I'm not a Marvel Comics guy, so I can't go into too detail about who the Power Broker is because I really don't know him that well, but he's apparently the guy who supplied John Walker with his powers in the comics.
That's correct.
Oh.
Now, maybe in this, they're going to switch it up so that he supplied this Flag Smasher group with powers. And they've gone
Or
crazy.
maybe John Walker is part of the Flag Smashers.
Maybe. I read from the writer, though, that they were going to make John Walker in this show more sympathetic than he was in the comics. So that's going to be interesting.
John Walker is U.S. agent, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's Wyatt Russell.
Yes.
Okay. Who looked goofy as all get out,
and I think that's on purpose. I think they want you to.
Oh,
I think they want you to see him and go. That's not Cap.
Yeah.
It was a jarring difference, like comical in a way. I mean, he's got that Russell jaw, I guess. Kurt Russell jaw. Because he looked really goofy to me, but maybe that's
Again, I think that was done on purpose.
We're being led to believe that he is a good guy, though. Obviously, if he's taking on the mantle of Cap.
Well, we don't feel that. I don't feel that right now. I feel
he's been government appointed.
Government appointed. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bait and switch, right? Because they were telling Falcon, "Oh, we're going to put the shield away," and
right. I mean,
now
Falcon
he shows up.
Shocked.
But is he going to have any super serum? I mean, is he going to have any? Like, I don't know John Walker's story either.
That's a great question. I mean, the Power Broker gave him the super serum, the soldier serum. So I'm going to guess maybe the government gave him the super soldier serum. I don't know. We'll see.
Yep.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, and Sam was not happy about it. Obviously,
no.
I mean, he kind of had a shocked look on his face at that reveal.
Well, I think really, especially with the shield now being that guy's instead of being in the museum. Yeah, I think that's the biggest deal.
Right.
But did he really think they were going to leave that shield in a museum? Come on.
No, it's made of vibranium. You can't leave that. You just can't leave that in unused. So, I mean, there's zero. I found it interesting that there's zero mention of Sword at all in this.
That's true. Yeah.
You would have thought that like Sam or Bucky would have been involved with them if they're kind of the good guys, quote unquote. You would have thought that some of the
more military.
Yeah, they're military contractors, really.
Yeah.
It might come up later, though. There's still a possibility for Sword to.
Okay, everybody. Melissa is in the chat. Let's please be respectful.
Melissa, is she back from New York?
I don't know. I don't know if she's
been traveling the world or traveling to New York. I've been enjoying her Facebook chat. Anyway,
Melissa, if you want my prediction on John Walker Roth,
do it.
I think he's going to be a not as crazy as the comics, but I think he's going to take things a bit too far and a bit too violent based on what we've heard about the show and its violence.
Yeah,
you're talking about U.S. Agent.
Mm-hmm. I think they're going to try to play him up as kind of like he's not bad, but he's just not Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
He's not right for that role. Maybe more of an anti-hero type because he's a bit crazy. We'll have to see how they handle that, though.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to imagine, like, if he gets into a situation where he's out in the field having to do something as Captain America and he gets his butt kicked or something, he's going to want some super serum at that point. And then maybe that's what kind of puts him over the top as a little bit like ultra violent. Like if this power broker guy gives him some super serum after finding out that he's not much of a Captain America. He's just a normal dude.
They did a little bit of that in, was it Jessica Jones or one of the Marvel TV shows? They had a guy that
trying to think. Yeah, that might have been Jessica Jones.
If it wasn't,
or was that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? But there was somebody who took some kind of serum and became super strong. He was like a policeman. Anyway.
Yeah, I didn't watch. I watched season 1 of Jessica Jones. I loved it.
That might have been Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. also. I think it was both of them had something kind of like that where they maybe
it's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
No, I think it was both because the cop that was in Jessica Jones took something because he wanted to be able to fight her because she obviously had super strength. So and what happened was they got addicted to that and just went over the top with it, basically.
Yes.
So they could go that route with U.S. Agent. Like if he's just normal dude, can't really handle fighting as Cap, gets his butt kicked by one of those flag stompers or whatever they're called.
Smasher. Yeah.
Flag smashers. All those guys have super strength apparently.
Yeah.
Which flag are they stomping or smashing?
Exactly.
The world.
All of them.
They want to tear down all nations, right?
Yeah, they're on the side of they're on the side of Thanos. Yeah, they want to
really.
I mean, sort of. I mean, they liked the world before the blip, and they want to destroy. I guess they were saying the borders of the world and stuff like that. So I don't know if that means they want to kill half the population, but we'll see what their motives are.
Yeah. So I would think that Zemo's probably, and I bet that because of his experience in Winter Soldier, the movie or whatever, he was not a formidable opponent when it came to fighting superheroes, obviously. So I bet he has taken some super serum.
Maybe. Zemo was all about splitting the team up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was an intellect.
Yeah. And then was going to kill himself.
There's no time for intellects anymore. He's got to take that super serum.
We have six episodes or 5 episodes. There's no time for intellect. We got to have smashing.
I know. Think about it. They've got to, this episode was technically 49 minutes long. We found out episode 2 is 50 minutes or whatever, including credits. So
please don't post anything Rhett's saying, by the way.
6 episodes almost doesn't seem like enough time, but
it sounds like enough time.
But we thought the same thing with WandaVision that 9 episodes wouldn't be enough.
These episodes are longer though too, so that
a little bit longer.
Help.
Yeah,
we do feel pretty confident that Bucky knew that this Asian gentleman was the father.
That's the only reason he befriended him.
Yeah,
he had guilt.
So I've seen some people say that he didn't know until that door was opened, and he befriended him because he's an old man.
No, because he leaves that date on the note of her specifically saying he would like to, he wants to know how he died. And so Bucky from that moment on bolts, goes to his house, and then chickens out. I mean, I probably would too.
Yeah, that's a tough conversation.
Yeah.
I do like that he brings the flowers to the date like he's like a 1940s.
Wait, that's old fashioned?
Yes.
That's like, okay, whatever. I'm going to shut up.
Bringing flowers is old fashioned.
Yeah, like for just a first date, that would be very.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Now that may be your move, Garrison.
I'm
the flower move.
I'm going to shut up.
Flower power, baby.
But these are different situations. These are different situations, so.
Yeah.
These are different times.
Well, I mean, and you got to think that he hasn't had much of a love life. I mean, ever.
No. I love how she asks how old he is, and he's like 106, and she starts laughing, and then he kind of fake laughs back.
Yeah, exactly. He has no problem telling people how old he is.
Yeah, there was a couple moments where he's like in the sushi bar, I guess was what it was supposed to be. Something to that effect with the old man. And he's talking about how he hasn't dated someone since 1943 and then tries to cover it up because the old man doesn't know he's that old.
No.
He doesn't know who he is.
Yeah.
And of course, Bucky wants to reveal that, but
some people were even saying like that they thought at first he was part of his team. That there was the Howling Commandos.
Yeah.
But then they kind of nixed that after they learned about the sun, that it was more of
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
I thought it was an old friend of his that he was just going to lunch
Yeah.
with every day. I was like, this is kind of interesting. But then it took
Yeah.
a different turn.
Yeah. Mike, are you still with us?
Yeah. I was just thinking that, I mean, that subplot didn't last very long, like the whole dating. I mean, I have a feeling that there's not going to be time to bring that whole thing back.
No.
I mean, I think that we're going to be
Into the
moving
story
quickly
next episode.
from
He's
this
gotta-
point on.
He's got to connect with Falcon next week.
I mean, yeah, if they don't connect in this episode, that only leaves 4 episodes left for them to connect. And I mean, they're going to have to.
They'll be. I'm on record. They'll be together next week.
Well,
They'll be together by the last episode.
You've got to imagine that Sam, after talking to his military liaison guy, is figuring that he's going to need to call in the reinforcements because the liaison was like, "Look, this guy had superhuman strength."
Yeah.
He
can't take him on.
Yeah, he can't take him on by himself. He knows that Bucky's around. Bucky's got superhuman strength, I guess. Or does he? Does he just have the arm?
I think he does. There's been a lot of conversation about that. I'm pretty sure he does, but he also has the arm anyway, which definitely has superhuman strength.
Yeah.
So
that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know if he does.
I'm pretty sure they
injected him with something, right?
In Russia,
the Russians.
Yeah, because he was the last of that project that they talk about in Civil War. That Zemo goes and kills all of them that have been frozen.
So y'all need to go watch the thing about the end credits. That they go back over his list of words that triggers him back into. There's like a lot of the stuff that's posted in the end credits.
And you know who knows those words is Zemo.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm worried Zemo's going to turn him.
Exactly. Like he's going to try and trigger him back using those words.
Say mother, whatever the words.
It would be funny if he did it, but Bucky's worked on it so hard that he's kind of gotten rid of it. He's buried it enough.
It's like those words don't work on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently they're written in Russian in one of the spots as you go through the credits. And there's a couple other. Yeah. There's a real good breakdown.
I need to pay attention to the credits. I never really pay attention to those credits because I don't know that things are happening during those credits, but I guess they are, like little hints and Easter eggs.
There's all little sort of like looking at case files.
I mean, we could get into some of the stuff that.
Okay, what did you see in the credits?
There have been. This is not what I saw, but
others have broken it down.
Yes. There is apparently a character that shows up. His name is Truth. He's a character from the comics. He's a Black Captain America that was made, I think, after Steve Rogers.
Okay.
His name is Isaiah Bradley. I guess the potential is that he could show up in the show as an older man, and that the other potential is he has a grandson in the Marvel comics who goes by the name of Patriot, is a superhero in the Young Avengers. And
so
we
they
know
might be heading that direction.
We know that they've been pulling in a lot of the Young Avengers in both this show and WandaVision and future shows, if Billy and Tommy stick around.
If they can bring them out of the...
Yeah, wherever they are. Whatever the solution is going to be to that in Doctor Strange 2.
Right.
So yeah, it really feels like they're headed towards a Young Avengers team up in some fashion.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what...
Which I feel like would be a... Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I think that like ultimately that's what the public wants anyways, is a team up movie.
Yeah.
And so you can't continue to do like these solo films, and I'm not even counting Eternals or Guardians. I mean, they want like an Avengers team, you know, and so they eventually have to get there, but they've got to be careful with that. They've got to include like Hulk or something, like some of the older Avengers with the new Avengers.
Yes, post Rhett's comment about
no.
It turned out fantastic.
What are we talking about?
Rhett's comment.
Which one? He's talking to himself basically.
The last one.
Oh, okay.
It turned out fantastic.
Hey, we can speculate. We have the vision to see.
We have
all you need is a little vision.
Vision.
Yeah. Exactly.
I like
think-
Red's concept that they'll meet at the last episode, shake hands at a bank,
Right. Yeah.
and Bucky will get the loan. All he has his arm as collateral. Come on. He's got all that
Dude, that
metal.
arm
And
has to
he's
be
former military.
That's
that-
right.
that arm has to be worth a lot of money too. Isn't
Yeah,
it
you
made
can just
of
say, I'm putting this up as
vibranium?
collateral.
Yeah, that's there's an awful lot of vibranium just floating around for them not to have any money.
I like how the girl he was dating was like, "Why are you wearing gloves?" And he's like, what do you say, skin condition or something?
No, I don't remember that.
I
I
don't
don't
either.
remember that part. She asked him why he was wearing gloves.
I don't remember that.
And he said, I've got a skin condition or something. Like he was like really annoyed during that date. He was just very.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he was like playing with the cat's arm. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
He's,
he,
Stop
he's
that.
trying to get to stop. Yeah.
he was not present in that date, and
Well,
we all see how that went.
Except sort of with Battleship, except he lost because he really wasn't paying attention. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Oh, he said Roth's saying he said bad.
Oh, he
bad-
said yeah, he said bad circulation.
Oh, did he? Yeah, that's right.
He goes bad circulation. Yeah,
That's right. I remember that now.
Which would be true. If that's
or no circulation in that arm, in that particular.
no, Jacob. Thanks for correcting that and helping us there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we've kind of covered pretty much all the big things.
All right, let's on to Justice League. Let's talk about something.
Yeah. So Falcon at the beginning of the episode was pretty awesome.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
all of that stuff with Baltrock the Leaper. So he's not dead though, right? I mean, he's still around.
No, he jumped out of the plane. With
He jumped
the
out just as it
parachute.
exploded, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's not part of the Smashers or whatever.
No, I think he was just hey, this guy's still around and he's a Captain America villain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember him?
Okay. So he's just affiliated with the LAF or whatever.
Yeah. And I don't
Oh.
think we'll get much from them.
No, I don't think so too.
The Leaper Alliance Fund
The Leaper.
Foundation. We'll say foundation.
This is Roth getting to plug his podcast. Go check it out. It's good.
Well, where can I? Wow.
He's going to be talking about Justice League.
Well, we can't have people in the comments plugging their podcast.
He's going to be talking about Justice League 2017 on
Yeah. The best one.
his podcast.
No, the Zack Snyder cut, dude.
No.
He said
that-
Justice League.
Is
He
that a
didn't
thing?
say. He didn't say Zack. He didn't say Zack Snyder. He just said Justice League. So if anybody wants some insight on 2017's Justice League, go look up "Good Day for a Movie" podcast, and they'll be talking about 2017's Justice League on there.
Yep. Mm.
The animated series.
Yeah, Justice League Unlimited. I hear.
Justice League Unlimited, the animated
Yeah.
series. Oh my gosh. Oh.
I do know that
So good.
in this show, Feige did talk about a city that they were going to visit that they were not able to visit pre-merger. And there have been a lot of speculations that Madripoor was shown in the trailers, which is a X-Men city owned by the X-Men for the Fox. I don't expect to see mutants in this show. I don't expect an introduction for mutants in this show. But that is
Unless-
a cool thing that we're starting to see Fox stuff come into the MCU.
Interesting.
I mean, Rhett, honestly, I would watch
Wolverine.
this. I would oops, I went to the wrong one. I would watch this, Rhett, or listen to it. I mean, I would totally listen to a Super Friends podcast. But so that's interesting. And so unless that Smasher guy and it has nothing to do with Serum and he's a mutant, the guy with the long hair.
Oh,
I
Yeah,
don't
he's
think
Omega.
it's-
He's Omega Red.
I don't think it's going to be that way, but I mean, maybe. I mean, they eventually have to start hinting at some mutant stuff. I mean, we know that there's. I don't know if it's officially been announced, but the Mutants movie is coming out.
Omega Red does have long hair in the comics, so
Omega Red has long hair in the comics. Is it red hair?
like white, I think.
Wait, who's
Or
Omega Red?
Maybe. Yeah.
Omega Red's good for your cholesterol, but
He's a Wolverine X-Men villain. So
Oh,
I don't expect to see that in the show. But
I'm ready
we'll
for
see.
that if it happens. I'm totally ready. I need some mutants sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Because I just have this bad feeling that when we start actually getting back into theatrical stuff, like nobody's gonna go see not Black
Eternals.
Widow. Nobody's gonna go see Black
Widow.
Widow because people aren't gonna be ready to go back in May just yet. Eternals is gonna tank
Unknown.
just because.
Whoa. I don't know.
Oh, he's calling the shot.
Shang-Chi is going to make $1 billion at the box office. It's going to be an amazing Jackie
not in
Chan
America.
style.
I haven't said anything bad about Shang-Chi. I just don't know how the Eternals are gonna land.
Yeah,
with
we'll
people.
see. We'll see.
People doubted the Guardians too. So
Yeah, Eternals is a little different. See, Guardians was coming off of a great comic book run in the Marvel comics, and the
Yes.
Eternals has some okay stuff. And
I mean, look,
the original Jack Kirby run, I got to tell you, bored me to tears. So
it's gonna have a Oscar-winning director at that point. I mean, because I think Chloe Yao is gonna, or Zhao or whatever, is gonna win
we'll see.
Best Director.
There's
He's-
there's some tough competition this year.
There is, but she's been winning a lot. So
She's
He's-
good. She's good though.
and apparently the way she's done Eternals is supposed to be amazing.
Yeah,
that's what everybody's saying.
the
It's getting
early
a
reports
buzz.
on it. So
I mean, the movie's been in a can for. Jeez, Rhett. Good grief.
yeah, Jacob, Florence Pugh is absolutely why I want to go see Black Widow.
Well, right,
Pretty
because
much.
she's going to be a major character. I mean,
Yes,
because she's going to be in Hawkeye,
that's totally why I want to go see Florence Pugh in Black Widow.
right?
She's a major.
She's going to be in Hawkeye, though, right?
Yes,
So, I mean, that's
Hawkeye,
the TV show.
TV show.
Yeah,
Oh.
Florence Pugh's going to be in that. So, I don't know.
More Florence Pugh in my life. So
Well, look, it's not his year, Jacob. Sorry, it's just not.
That's a
it's
great
good
movie.
but it's not his year. It's not going to happen. You can wish, but it's not going to happen. Look, we're getting into Deucecast movie show stuff here. So, well, I got nothing else, guys. Do you have anything else?
I closed my notebook, and last thing I was going to talk about was Madripoor. So
Explain to me, Madripoor. Is that when you say it's an X-Men city? Is that the one that was depicted in one of the movies that they were camping in?
I think it's in one of the movies.
Isn't it the island where the mutants go to feel safe or something? Like they build their own colony. Is that right?
I know Wolverine at least goes there a lot. But by X-Men City, I don't necessarily mean that X-Men are all there.
Okay.
But I mean that they own the rights to it because that's where the city, I guess, debuted.
Yeah.
But you guys can look, I didn't do a ton of research on Madripoor.
We don't need to do research on Madripoor.
Unless it comes up,
So, no.
Yeah, let's get some Earl Headroom going. Come on. Just before we go.
No, I mean, look, that's
It's
what I'm
working.
saying. We need to
It's
stop.
working, baby.
We need to stop while we're ahead. I think that perhaps StreamYard is like, look, if you pay us, we will make sure your stream never goes down. So maybe that's what this thing is.
This is we actually I think we should tell our listening audience Michael paid to upgrade us.
I upgraded because I mean I wanted this logo. It's so important to have the Deucecast movie show logo.
Can I give the 1940s announcer? No, I can't do that.
and the creepy movie theater background.
If you could find like the original logo and just put like an extra over the movie show.
Like
a
I don't
ticket
have
that says
any-
extra.
He's got no skills.
I have no abilities when it comes to that type of thing. Yes, it's $1,000 per episode. It's not a day, so it's not that bad. But it's per episode. They charge me $1,000.
This is high production value.
This high production value.
So if you
sign
could
up for
mash
the
that
Patreon.
bell, if you could subscribe.
Yeah, please. Here's what needs to happen. We need to get. I don't know what the cutoff is. But we need to get to the subscriber amount so you guys can start giving us money on this thing.
No, you guys just need to start a Patreon, and everyone can sign up then.
Look. You're gonna awaken producer Tommy from his slumber somewhere when you start talking about Patreon. He's been begging to have Patreon for CTI for years. And it ain't
Yes,
gonna
bring back
happen.
CTI.
Yes.
Yeah,
We're making an
I
announcement, guys.
I looked this up, Craig. It looks like it's hard. And I don't know. I'm not good at graphic arts and all that kind of crap. This is about as good as I can do. This cool movie background and our logo. That's
Pretty
about
impressive.
that's all we're gonna get. That's it. And I didn't even
All right.
make either one of those. We had to pay somebody. No, somebody gave us these for free. Designed that for free. Gave us this background for free. So yeah, I only take handouts. But I appreciate you guys watching live. It was fun as always in the chat. You guys have your own little world over there. If you happen to be watching this later, please leave a comment and I'll do my best to respond. Definitely hit the like button. That's super important. The subscribe button, the notification button. We're going to do, obviously, this series. There has been rumor by myself that we are going to be doing Bad Batch after all. I had said we probably were not going to be doing Bad Batch, but I think we are going to do Bad Batch. Earl, you don't have to participate if you don't want to. But
I'll probably do it.
But Ryfin and I are gonna do Bad Batch, because if we don't do Bad Batch, then it's like a month before Loki comes out. So
let's do Bad Batch then.
We got to do Bad Batch. Also.
Loki starts June 11th, guys. So
because we know how much that Rhett loves the Star Wars animated series. So
hey guys, I want to give a shout out to Rhett. Best of luck with that colon prep tonight.
Right.
You're gonna have a lovely evening.
To talk about. He was talking about it in the chat, so I guess he wants the world to know.
Fly,
He wants the world to know.
Is that a real thing, or is this a? I don't.
No, it's a real thing.
No, it's a real thing.
He wants the world to know he's getting a colonoscopy for some reason. I don't know. I'm not sure why. Every Wednesday, we happen to release a little movie podcast called the Deucecast Movie Show. So please check it out each Wednesday. This coming Wednesday, we are doing a little tribute to a podcast that we all love that is going away called Techno Retro Dads. So we are releasing a classic episode of the Deucecast that featured the Techno Retro Dads, sort of as our goodbye to them, and they will be doing something else in the future. But that was a show I loved, and I don't have any problem plugging it if you've never listened to Techno Retro Dads. They have got a great catalog of episodes and such.
I don't know if the last episode of Techno Retro Dads is out.
It's not.
But I have heard from a little source that Shaz will be in the episode. So
good. Yeah, I think it's two more episodes, 2 more Wednesdays, and yeah, exactly. So but check out that episode of the Deucecast Movie Show that's dropping Wednesday, just as a little homage to our brothers over there at Techno Retro Dads. I really appreciate everybody watching. Garrison, thank you for joining us tonight. Where can the good people find you on Twitter?
You can find me at SUPASH3 on Twitter and GRyfin on Letterboxd.
Right on. And Dr. Earl, are you anywhere to be found?
Discord.
No. You're never in there. No, you're in the Discord.
I am
you're
in Discord.
You're in the Retro.
Hey, I went on the DCU page and posted my thoughts about the Justice League.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Oh,
I'm not always on that Deucecast page. I'm all over.
Out. Look at you.
I'm all over the Retro Zap.
Wow, look at you branching out. I love it. You can find me at the Michael Nip on Twitter. That is where I hang out most of the time. I do have a letterbox. I think it's just Michael Nip. I think is letterbox.
I should just make one username, really.
Yeah, I think that's what my letterboxd is, and I occasionally do reviews. Thanks, Rhett. Thanks a lot. Thanks for the support, buddy. You're a good friend. So thanks again for everybody hanging out in the chat and watching us live. If you're watching this later, let us know. And we will see you. Oh, Ryfin?
Oh, no, sorry.
Oh, I thought you had something. You acted like you were wanting to say something.
Yeah, yeah.
So we will see you next week for episode 2. It is 50 minutes long, so hopefully we will get a lot more stuff in this of them teaming up and fighting the bad guys. So everybody have a great night, and thanks for watching.